Greetings. I was very reluctant to come online today. Very, 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 very reluctant. With sadness in my eyes, I say these words. I'm sorry for all the people of the world that have passed. I'm sorry for the current situation that the leaders and the governments of the world have put us in. My son is in the town that is locked off currently. I went and saw my son on Tuesday, and Wednesday they closed St. Catherine down for a week in St. Catherine, Jamaica. There's only one game that I play, and that game is chess. The reason I learned that game is I realized that it was a game of life. You yourself listening to this play chess. If the people of the world do not unite, it's going to be dread. I can tell you this, the people are suffering all over the world. If rich countries like Jamaica, as far as a third world country is concerned, we're a fairly wealthy country, whether people know it or not, are feeling the pinch. Imagine less fortunate countries than Jamaica, small islands. The people of the ghetto of Jamaica are feeling it. The poor are suffering in Jamaica. People won't tell you guys that, but I will tell you that. I accommodate a lot of them. I see it. I've spoken of all these things that were going to occur, and you guys have seen them occur. The chess moves they have made. Their last 5 moves have us in check. And when you're playing chess, if you're in check, you have to come out of check. That's just the rule of the game. So if you have to be on the defense all the time, you could never have an offense. I tried to explain it to Jamaicans in a football language, and I guess the rest of the world could understand it. I don't really watch sports too much. Actually, I don't at all. But if you could just imagine your opponent has kicked a ball at your goal. The ball's in mid-air. We can only hope that... So I'm going to say some things, and many of you may not like the words that I'm going to speak right now. So you might as well delete me from Facebook or whatever. The United States of America, something just happened to my internet as I was about to say that. Right? The world leaders have fallen suit to an order. I am starting to wonder what the significance of the year 2020 means. Is it Satan's anniversary? Because all the children of Satan have just stepped up to the plate to swing bat at us, the children of Jah. I have no fear, none whatsoever, in death or in life. No, I can do this. The people of Jamaica will not tolerate it for too much longer. We're being used as an exercise ground for the new laws that will be implemented on you guys in the free world. It is like a guard being opened. Lots to get everything. And once that is done, you're instructed to go back home. Be mindful of the word. I'm not able to. We live in lockdown currently. They're killing off the elderlies. The are costing them insurance, pensions, medication, doctor visits, nurses, etc., etc. The ones that have fought and paved the way for the world that we live in. They're killing off the ones that are sick, the ones that are ill, the ones that are going to be liabilities to the governments in the future. It's dread. It's a biological weapon, an economical weapon, a psychological weapon to invoke social communism, to invoke social communism. Your new normal will not be what you think it will be. For many, this may seem convenient. For many, this may seem like it is a better way of life. You had no life before, that is why. Your civil freedoms. No, they've just started, and the people are going to rebel. If you guys never hear from me again after this video, understand. I've had enough of this. Yeah? I'm not afraid of isolation, and I'm not trying to instill fear into you guys. They've already done that. So I'm not here to further their anxiety, the depression, the loneliness, and all the other ailments that come along with the weapon that they've put in place. But you see a third world country like Jamaica, an island in the paradise, we see the plans that they have for us. All-inclusive hotels, self-imposed isolation again. Self-distancing, social distancing. Does that mean you all must not mix with the natives of the islands when you come here or you visit places? Does that mean concerts and clubs and things of independent thinkers will be affected? Gathering of the human body in large masses, which can help to repel against the evil forces of the earth? The cause effects of every move that they have made. Again, many of you will want to delete me after this live. Go right ahead, please. The President of the United States is Satan himself. The Queen of England, Satan himself. The Pope, Satan himself. Expect a unilateral instruction and mandate from these individuals as they've been prepping you guys for it. The new norm. They had us under lockdown in Jamaica for 1 week as a test run, from 3 p.m. each day to 7 a.m. You know what it is like to condense your world and your life into those hours to get things done. The grocery stores, everybody's experiencing it all over the world. So here's the difference. Most of America can shop month by month or week by week. 90% of Jamaica lives day by day. The average income in Jamaica, minimum wage, is around 7-8 grand a week, something near that. Jamaican. Let's call it 65-70 US dollars a week is the minimum wage. The people can't survive off of that. Mandatory mask. You know where that is heading? Anarchy. You will have youths running up and down on the streets with masks, robbing the rich. They're gonna gun them down. That's the harsh reality. New York City, Florida, all these cities where the youths need to survive, and that's worldwide. It's not just restricted to Jamaica. You will see that the United States of America is not united. States are having to fend for themselves. The federal government is into big business. Big business. Trump tried to buy the vaccine and the patent for it to resell to the world. All this is business. In the end, Trump will tell the American people, I have saved our economy. We had some collateral damages, but we've made trillions upon trillions of dollars. We have saved America, and America has come out of this financially secure. That is what Trump is going to tell the American people. And the American people will embrace that for the most part. The Crown of England has America like a puppet. Americans don't want to hear that, though. Go on Google who amended the American Social Security in 2001. The Queen of England did that. She could not do that without authority. She rules America, outrightly owns the original 13 states and 51% of the remaining states of all Social Security and all taxes. The spiritual head of the beast is the Pope. Okay? The Pope has given his instructions. The Queen of England has given her instructions. And their pawn, Donald Trump, daily gives the instructions. In the next days, they will announce this world mandate. They've been hinting at it. They've led us to it. The gatekeepers have walked us through the doors. All the mayors and governors, senators, the gatekeepers. Let's be frank, there's no more sugarcoating this for me. A revolution will start in Jamaica if this continues. And I will be a part of the revolution. Know that. I cannot stand aside and watch the poor people suffer. They have to find food daily. As it has impacted all these wonderful countries, the businesses are closed and everything is closed. Can you understand that it's impacted us as well? The only ones making money right now are the pharmaceuticals and the grocery stores. A local bus that would normally take 10 to 15 minutes to load to leave, to say from Kingston to Spanish Town, roughly takes an hour and a half to load. And it does not load to capacity. The taxi drivers are feeling it. The bus drivers are feeling it. The employees of big businesses and small businesses are feeling it. The hustler on the side of the street that sells coconut jelly water is feeling it. They have weaponized us. We have been weaponized. Meaning, you're a weapon and I am a weapon. And we have to protect ourselves from each other. That's what they've done. They have told us this is our new way of life. 2 years before a vaccine. They have the cure. They created this. This is a weapon of fear. Again, this is a psychological weapon. This is an economical weapon. This is a sociological weapon, amongst all other factors. I've listened to every news channel. I've listened to the world, of what they're telling the world, how they're preparing the world, the advancement of technology, the ology of taking knowledge, the advancement of technology, the ology of taking knowledge, the chips that they're putting. You all see the commercials. You all see the commercials, right? People getting implants to be able to think. They're becoming like a walking android. Google. Now, here's the one thing I'm sure of. Babylon wants to get inside your mind, and they can't control my mind, but their ultimate goal is to control yours. You control the head, you control the body. Yeah? If you control the head, you control the body. A revolution is real. You see, I try to live my life in a pure here. Let me just check something. I have family trying to contact me right now because I'm doing this live, and they're reluctant for me to do this. But I tell you what, I cannot and will not allow myself not to be who I am. And if I see a tree falling on you, I should tell you there's a tree falling on you. I can't just see the tree falling and not tell you. There's a tree falling on us all, and it's called world governments. They created a weapon, a virus, a biological weapon, a genealogical weapon. The results that they're getting are the results that they want. The whole world has no choice but to watch this right now, including myself, and see where that ball goes, because none of us wants to move too soon. We don't want to endanger the world or our people. I avoid people. When I go to see my son, I clean myself down with bleach, alcohol. It's unreal. Yeah? Their house is ran very militantly, as I have to make sure my son is secure. Again, Babylon is not your friend. They're doing nothing to really assist you. Now, let's look at America, a super nation like America. They've given the people $1,200 American dollars to carry them through. That can't even pay most of their mortgages. Now, I've always said this, and it's sad to see it happen, but America and the rest of the world are one, as far as the leaders are concerned. America, the people of America, have no realization, really, of how devious these world leaders are. The American people don't even elect the President of the United States. Trump is Satan. The Queen of England is Satan. Pope is Satan. Yeah, they are one in the same. All this is business to Donald Trump. The United States is ununited. There is no United States of America. Each state has to fend for itself, defend itself. As you can clearly see, the federal government has left the states high and dry for the most part. The federal government would rather lease the ventilators to foreign territories than to give it to states that individuals are dying. I am glad to see that the people are staying inside to slow the spread of this weapon of theirs. I guess that is our only counter against their weapon. But I can tell you this. We have an option. We have a choice. And when it's all said and done, if the government of Jamaica think that we rebellious spirits are going to tolerate their manipulation and self-imposed imprisonment, we're not accepting it. I am sure that there's 3 million people in Jamaica that will revolt. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of the ghettos and the inner cities of Kingston and Montego Bay that we're much, much more armed than the military and the police of Jamaica. Of that I can guarantee you. The youths and the dons of communities have been reaching out to me. They look up to me. I help to feed a lot of kids in these poor communities and send them to schools. And they've asked me, and with tears in my eyes, I have to ask them to sit at home right now. Stay home, protect our nation. Let's watch this thing. But I can tell you this, they're ready. I live right beside the Prime Minister of Jamaica. I look out my window at his house. And I have this to say to you, sir. Be mindful of your actions. Be mindful of what you're doing to our people. Be mindful of how you're committing to foreign governments and making allegiance with foreign. Mindful of it. We Jamaicans will self alone. And Jah has given me the authority and instructed me. If we, the righteous, do not hit back, we are the soldiers of Jah, the warriors to fight the war for Jah. We are his wings on earth. He's our light. We're here to free the people's minds. My phone is ringing off the hook because of this, and I'm not answering no one right now. Don't ring my phone. I told everybody I was going to do this. I prepared my youth to the best of my ability that he may never see me again. That's how real this is to me, yeah? This is how real this is. You guys think you're suffering in America and England and Italy and Spain? Yeah, you are. But you guys have the resources to get through this. The people of Jamaica in the inner cities, the ghettos, they don't have the resources. They barely had the resources before to eat on a daily basis healthy. The ones that had little jobs to go to help carry things through, they don't have those jobs no more. We're not saying that we want you to suffer. We're not saying that we want to see the revolution, but we're saying that we will be a part of the revolution if necessary. This can't go on. Prime Minister of Jamaica was very quick to lock down Jamaica to save the people, and if that was the intentions, great. But the international community has given him a reason to do so, and rightfully so. The whole world is on lockdown. All because a handful of people decided to create something to intimidate the world, to break us economically, to break us spiritually, emotionally, to create a new normal. A new normal. What's wrong with normal? What's up with the new normal? What's up with the new conditioning of the minds? They have wiped out their liabilities. Social Security, the pension, medication, doctors and nurse visits that these elderlies would have cost them, they have just eradicated that cost. Think about that. They have loaned most of the small businesses that are qualified or eligible for these loans monies to save their businesses. They've just bought into these businesses and have their hands in these people's pockets. Do you understand? Do you guys understand they're not doing nothing for you guys without getting something from it? They do not make a move unless it benefits them. They are trying to corner us into a checkmate. The game's over once they've checkmated us. The game's not over yet. We're just in check. And there's always a counter. There is always a counter. Now, I know I got some freedom fighters around the world and some free thinkers in my network. That I am sure. If over the years that I've been online and the network I've built, what I'm sure of is that most of my followers are free thinkers. 99% sure of that. I have a huge network online. I have over 300,000 people in my network if I total my full reach. And I'm listening to the people and I'm watching what the people are doing. People are getting frustrated even in America, in England. You see, there's many poor people in America and they fail to realize that the poor people are not going to tolerate this. You've not given them an option. You've not given them a remedy or a cure to procure this situation so as that they can be comfortable. They are not going to be able to find food in 2 to 3 weeks' time. It's affecting every aspect of life. Every aspect. Now, some people were saying that I was a bit crazy and erratic with my last few lives. What are you going to say about this one? Because this one is a little bit more serious. People, be safe. Social distancing. They say it can cure and save lives. Well, let's save some lives. In the process, keep your eyes wide open and prepare for everything that's getting ready to come at you. A great chess player has a great defense game. If your defenders are defending, the aggressor cannot come in. But if they find a little entrance and one guy gets in, the whole army is coming in at you. I don't know how else to explain this to you guys, but you should have seen from a long time, from what I was saying, that this was where it was heading. And we're there. There is no going back for them right now. The new normal is what they're talking about. They are conditioning the world and the minds of the people to accept and tolerate their new conditions. It is easier for them to police us if there's not many of us on the streets at once. Okay, let's give you an example. Prior to this, if you came into a community such as Rockfort and 100 youths were on the streets, the police and soldiers they would have to come through respectfully. But now that the streets are empty, if they catch 2 or 3 of you alone, they can do anything to you. And there is no witnesses. There is no one to defend your rights anymore in that regard. So it's easier for them to police us and control us like this. They're trying the models on Jamaica. Currently, Jamaica has a parish called St. Catherine that is locked down. The elders are allowed out at a specific time to shop, pregnant women, and so forth. Based upon your last name, from what I'm being told, also determines when you're allowed to shop. That's yard time to go get your medicine, get your food, and get your ass back home. Back into your cell, basically. Now, none of this is done out of fear, but it sounds like fear, right? This ain't about trying to get you scared. This is about trying to empower you to get ready. If you know me, listen to a song called Dark Skies. You might have to link me up to get it, but because they have muted the audio on that video online. They're getting ready to do some power moves. People are telling me they're deleting their stuff off their Facebook. Anything they post that's anti this. I'm not even sure if they're going to allow this to stay on for long. Donald Trump tried to buy the patent for the vaccine from Europe. Donald Trump tried to buy all the medication he could from India. India told him, nah, you don't run the world like that, son. Donald Trump wants to redistribute everything to the rest of the world. Business, 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 business. At the end of this, he's going to show the American people that he's earned them trillions of dollars on a weekly basis with the loans that he's loaned small businesses and the rest of the world, and the medication that he sold the rest of the world, and this, that, and the other. And he's going to ask you guys to vote for him again. Here's the difference between me and most of you guys. I do not vote. I'm not Democratic. I'm not Republican. I'm not JLP. I'm not PNP. I'm not communist. I am for the people of the world. I am for right over wrong, right over might. I am as pure as a spring in my thoughts. So I am on the side of right every time. I do not consider any political preferences in my decision making. I am not racist. You know, funny enough, I think about this. I am mixed. And as a mixed person, you have a little bit more tolerance for other races because you're of both races, or 3 races, or 4 races, or however many races. So when I think as a person for the people. I don't think for a political side. I don't even watch football. I don't even have a favorite side when it comes to football or any sports. I find those things training to make you be exclusively a lover of a particular team because of a particular purpose or nationalism, or because you're from the state or the city, or the best team is the best team on that day or on that game or on that year. You might have had a great day today and I didn't. That's all. So when I see the world not coming together in this instance, then it makes you even see how horribly divided they've made us. Europe is falling apart. America is falling apart. Don't you see it? The great America has not tested not even a quarter of their population. All this talk from your leaders, and you've not tested a quarter of your population, and you have the resources. Come on. I'm really over it. My solution, put all the world leaders in a room and gun them down. That's my solution. Every one of them. You see my eyes, right? I've been crying for days, thinking of what they're doing to the world. Jah has been giving me a lot of spiritual guidance. You know, sometimes I feel the sight that I have, and I feel and I see. Spiritual connection with the Most High is so strong. 3 weeks ago, or however long ago it was, I did my first live, and I spoke about these issues. Everything that I have spoken about has come to pass. My second live, everything has come to pass. Love Jah, love Jah, love Jah, and live. Hold on to Jah with both hands. Jah is our weapon, our shield, our defense. Jah shall never let these wicked individuals conquer us unless we submit to them. And I'm not submitting. The people in Jamaica are spirits in the world. And we're not going to have this. Recall during slavery, the Maroons had a revolt against slavery every 5 years in Jamaica. One of the reasons why us Jamaicans are not broken spirits, most of us were never slaves. Our ancestors were never slaves. We were free Africans here who interbred with the Native American Indians to create seeds such as I. This is why Jamaica is such an important and pinnacle place for them to be administering these sanctions on the community. They're using us as a testing ground for the system that they're getting ready to impose upon the rest of the world. We went from a 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. lockdown. They opened us up for 2-3 days, and then they locked St. Catherine down for a week to 2 hours per day based upon your age and your situation. The rest of the island can prepare for this to occur as well. The rest of the world can prepare for this to occur as well. We know that they created the virus, so we know that there is a virus. We know that there's casualties of war and the liabilities that they have chosen to kill. The elders and the ones that have certain ailments. The billions and trillions that they've saved themselves monthly or annually, weekly, or whatever the numbers will equate to, is significant. Have you guys not wondered why it's nursing homes primarily this thing is targeting? Are you saying the nurses have brought it in there to kill them off? Is that what you're telling me? Or family members have walked in there and are killing off their own family members with this virus? It's targeted at nursing homes more so than anywhere else from what I'm seeing. Individuals with lots of money, lots of pensions, properties. It's scary to even think of the implications there. If you guys understand how serious this is, great. If you guys are prepared for this, great. Get prepared if you're not. And wake up if you sleep. It's no time to play. I'm interested in all information from all of you guys of what's going on in your world and in your sectors. As I watch what they're doing in Australia and Canada has already prepared their citizens for this to go on for 2 years. America has their citizens feeling like a change is going to come soon and there's going to be some new conditions. But here's what I want to tell you as an American citizen. I stand by the Constitution of America and I invoke and elect all my civil rights, every single one of them. And I refuse to give up any of my human rights. I am born free and will remain free and shall stay free. I see you advertising your new chips, your Google implants that you're putting in people, where they can take a picture with their eye and send the picture directly, where their mind is the keypad. All this so you can get in the minds of the people, to control the minds of the people. You can't control my mind. Clearly, I'm a free thinker. Clearly, I've exempt myself from the world for the most part already, a long time ago. So all the things that you are preparing the world for, I've already accepted that way of life and have been gauging myself for that way of life because I know that's where you were coming to bring the world, Babylon. Self-sufficiency is a must. You cannot rely on your federal government to help your state. That's evident. Your state is not helping your county. Your county is not helping your city. That's where this is heading. It doesn't matter what they say or what they do. What matters now is what we as the world collectively do. As their move has forced us inside, for the most part, giving them room to do all the things they need to do. We know the businesses are moving inside. We see the transition. They've given us all the tools needed to bring us in line with their world. Transparency is necessary. What's going to happen is, what about the common man that doesn't work for a system, the independent thinker, the guy like me that works independently? The guy like me that does not file taxes, does not believe in taxes, and feel that taxes are illegal. What about the guy like me? What about the guy on the street that sells orange or day-to-day hustle, washing cars? Where is his assistance? Where is the small business entrepreneurship of America? Where are they? Now you got them by the nuts because they're indebted to you. The ones you want indebted to you. What about the ones that you're not assisting? What about them? What about the single mom that your little money can't help her take care of her bills? What about the youth you're killing off in prisons? What about your soldiers you did not even want to come to land? Oh. Alright, I didn't really want to do this live, but I knew I had to. Because I knew I had to make you guys realize the seriousness of this now. Family, be safe. Family, listen to the words they speak and understand why they speak it. Because every move is for a purpose and for a motive that is not for our likeness and good. It is for their agenda. And recall, they have an agenda. Do not feel these people are there to govern the citizens of America or the world for the betterment of the world. It is for the betterment of the government. And until you realize this is Team A against Team B, the hunter against the prey, until you realize that, you'll be an easy kill. Just know I love you guys with all my heart. And I'm ready to die for the cause. I'm ready to live for the cause. But I'm ready